Your words are your gifts to other people. I'm not the one who made that up. We've heard this before. Your words are a gift. I wear this every day as my Speak Life bracelet. It's a Toby Mac song, but that is our words, you guys. They are powerful. Your words are ridiculously valuable. And here's something I've learned to consider, because I'm a tangible person. It's hard for me to justify, they're just words, they're a fuzzy thing, they shouldn't bother me. But if your words took physical form, what would they look like? This is the question I ask myself often, and it helps me kind of stop being like, oh, it's just words, it shouldn't offend me. But it does. They affect me. Words affect me. Words will affect other people. So if your words took physical form, what would they look like? What would you be giving other people? On the negative side, would you be handing people useless gifts or gifts that make them feel bad? We know people who just like to share bad news. They just, it's like they hear something bad and they want to be the first person they want to be in the know, and they're just constantly delivering the bad. Those are people who are handing out crappy gifts. As a matter of fact, they could just be handing out little crap, like you open the box and here's crap in it. Are you that person? Are you handing people a gift that's completely just a negative or useless to them? Do you ever get those useless gifts? The ones where you're just like, okay, now I have it. What do I do with it? I feel guilty returning it, but So are you handing people the negative? What would this look like? Sharing bad news. Now, if somebody sends me an article about human trafficking, that's bad news usually, but it's a gift to me because it's something I'm interested in. So it's like sending somebody a pink elephant with a clown face. That's useless to 95% of the people, well, probably 99.9% of the people, but that one person who loves obscure things, that's a great gift. So when people send me information about what's going on in the human trafficking world, it's a great gift to me, but it's just a negative to a lot of other people. Now, if somebody tells me stuff about horrible things going on with the election, I'm sorry, it's not a thing for me. I'm not really huge into what's going on with politics because I think politics are dumb for the most part. That's my opinion. So talking to me about it is kind of useless. That being said, if you are passionate about something, there's a way to give a gift of educating people in a positive way, and there's a way of making people feel bad. So if you want to speak to somebody to educate them, make sure it's an education with an action. So when I talk to people about human trafficking, I'm not coming out to talk about people like, there's human trafficking happening and you should feel horrible because it's awful and life is horrible. I would approach people with, okay, you use the word pimp, I'm going to educate you and what a pimp actually is. They are statistically recruiting 11 to 13-year-olds. They use abuse and rape and threats to control these kids. And, the average victim of a pimp only lives 7 years. So please stop using that word. So I try to gift wrap my education, and here's the way that you can change. And then we move on, and I don't keep giving them negative gifts that they can't do anything with. Does that make sense? So make sure if you are delivering something negative, you can at least deliver something positive about it. Give somebody something they can do about it. Does that make sense? If you are just constantly giving people the negative, then yeah, it's going to become a problem. Second one, are you giving empty gifts? Are you talking about stuff that just really doesn't matter? Not just to you, but to them. And this one, I think a lot kind of fits in the world of gossip. I know none of us want to admit we're gossiping, but we do it a lot. And we try to justify it that it's information people need to know, but the truth is they don't. People do not need to know. Does it affect your day? Does it affect their day? Is it something that physically is going to change your day or your life? If not, is not important, you guys. This is like giving somebody this big, beautifully wrapped box and they open it and there is nothing inside of it. This is, oh my gosh, here's this information about Sally. Did you know that she did this and this happened? Oh my gosh, I just thought you should know. Well, does it change your life? No, you get those conversations, and in the conversation, it feels good because you're getting information, and you get these little like men jumping up and down inside your head. They're like, this is so much fun. And then you walk away and you're like, why do I feel kind of empty and yucky? That's because you were gossiping or you were listening to gossip. And then there's giving good presents. You guys, I don't know. Yesterday I talked about not putting more apps on your phone, but today I'm going to suggest Reddit. If anybody doesn't know that, it's an app. It's a website, and there's just all kinds of crazy articles. But they have a section called Uplift, and Uplift is just like random positive stories that are in the news. There's also other websites, but what's kind of fun for me sometimes is I'll go on there and I'll like load myself up with some positive stories. So if there's a gossip moment happening and I'm like, wait a minute, let's shift the world, I'll just completely change the topic and be like, oh my gosh, you guys, did you hear the story about the German Shepherd that saved the baby? Oh my gosh, greatest story ever. And just completely go off on a different direction. Sometimes you have to be loaded to help people to stop giving their empty gifts and get them on the right direction. Okay, so let's talk about positive gifts. What can you give people every single day to be the positive gift giver? Positive stories. Yes, they're kind of useless, but they make people feel better. People walk away going, oh yeah. Have you ever noticed this? When somebody tells you bad news, you walk away feeling guilty, like there's something you're supposed to do, but you don't know what to do because you can't like fix everything. But if somebody tells you a positive story, you don't walk away like, I should do something. You don't have it. It doesn't go on your to-do list. It doesn't make you feel bad. You're just like, oh, that's so cool. German Shepherds are wonderful. And then you move on with your day. So random happy stories. Those are good positive gifts. If people have time to listen to them. What are the other positive gifts? Speaking life, speaking positive to people, complimenting people, sharing your good news with them, giving them information they need, pointing out the positive to them. The positive things that you can give people, you can speak life to them, you can encourage them. This is what I'm trying to do here on the morning, is just come on here and speak life to you guys and encourage you. Those are the positive gifts. So this is about what you can do for others, but how to make your life better. Let's think about people that are in our life and what kind of gifts are they giving us. Sometimes it's really hard to justify. You're just like, every time I hang out with that person, I just kind of, I don't know. I just don't walk away feeling like, I don't know. There's something about that relationship. Well, think about this. What kind of gifts are they giving you? What if you had to wrap up what was going on in your life with them? What are they handing you each time? Are they handing you useless gifts constantly? Are they handing you crappy gifts constantly? It's okay to step back and go, you know what? I don't need these kind of conversations, and be really upfront with them. And you can just straight up tell them, hey, you know what? I don't really need to know this information, or I don't really care to talk about this. And if they keep talking about it, you know what? It's okay to say, I'm done. We're not going to hang out anymore because you're not the person in my life that I need to. But if a person cares about you, they'll listen to that and they'll go, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you liked these gifts. Have you ever had these people in your life where they keep buying you the same stuff each year for your birthday and you never say anything, and so you keep getting the same stuff every year and you're just kind of like, well, this is just awkward and I don't know what to do with it. But if you never say anything, you guys, it's kind of on your plate. Same thing with these conversations. If you let the gossip go on, people are going to think that you like that. If you let the negative conversations go on, people will think you like that. So you have to actually confront it and say, hey, you know what? I don't actually really care to always hear about this negative news. Or, I'm really not interested in the gossip about the office right now. Or switch subjects constantly. Finally, people will get the information.